Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be transferring one of my water propagated Rex Begonia plants, probably this one. Looks like it's the easiest one to transfer. I'm going to transfer to my semi-hydro setup, which is a lava rock. As you can see, I rinsed this out nicely and there isn't any water in here yet, but it's a very easy process. I just want to show you guys because I was going to do it and I said, let me videotape it. So I just make some room in here. Let's see if that's probably a little bit more, because this has a long petiole. The stem of the leaf is very long, as you can see. And it's got some really nice roots and a nice little plantlet growing out of the base of the leaf. I love when that happens. And there's a little plantlet growing out of here too, but I'm not even really worried about that one. I'm not concerned about it. I'm just gonna assume that one is not gonna make it. This is what the plant is probably gonna put all of its energy into. So just coil those roots around a little bit. Take the lava rock, gently pour it in so as not to harm the plants. Let me turn this around so I can fill from the other side. And voila, we are just about there. So because of the long stem, the long petiole, the roots are way far down. You can't see them because they're in the middle here. Maybe you can somewhere. There's a little bit of the roots there. Can you see them there? But yeah, so now, since this is in the lava rock, let me just shake it a little bit to get any air pockets out so all the lava is touching itself. The pieces are touching each other. And now I have my water here. I measured out how much because I want to go up about, not quite half, I'd say maybe 1/3 the way up to start. And here's my hydroponic nutrient solution. I believe this is the Arrow Garden variety. And I'm just going to put 2 drops, since it's such a small amount of water. 1, 2. I always underfeed. This way I can feed more regularly and more often. And that's it. Now I'm just going to pour the nutrient solution in. Make sure I get the lava moistened all around. What is that? Some nutrient. Look at that. And you can see we're about 1/3 of the way up. It's like right here. So this is going to do just fine in its new home. I love lava rock. I recommend it if you have access to it. Big box stores have it, like Home Depot. Lowe's does not. I have not found it there unless you go into the fire pit section, because they have it. They sell it for fire pits. I just don't know if it's been treated with anything, any chemicals or anything. So I use the one that's in the plant section. It's usually considered a ground cover, soil covering. I use it for semi-hydro because it works even better than leca. Now, let me show you one of my leca begonias. This was a leaf I put in here to propagate. This is the leca, the lightweight expanded clay aggregate, which is clay pebbles. And because it doesn't wick as high up as the lava rock wicks almost all the way to the top. So when you water and the water's down here, it's going to bring that moisture pretty high. Because leca doesn't wick as high, I had to put this really low in the leca. So it was like halfway down. And it was a little tough for it to make its way up, but it has made its way up. And I was thinking of maybe pulling it out so that it has, more of it is up at the surface, but it seems to be doing fine. I don't want to disrupt it and cause any issues. It's almost watering time. There's just a little bit of nutrient in there. But yeah, that is all there is to it. This is another water propagated Rex Begonia. It's doing really well. It's got a lot of plantlets at the base, and it's got a plant at the top. And I'm probably going to have to transfer this one too. This one's going to be a little trickier because so many of the plants are at the base. So I'll have to figure out exactly how I do that. As you can see, I meant to do that. There it is. And then I have another that was propagated in yarn. And this one is doing pretty well. It's starting to sprout up. I started finally giving it nutrient solution. This one could use a little bit of a water. You can see the moisture, the condensation on the side, but I like to have a little layer of the water at the bottom. But yeah, so far so good. And the last water propagation is this puppy here. This one grew another bunch of plantlets from the base, like the base of the petiole, base of the stem. So this one is another one I'm going to have to transfer, unless I keep it in water. But what I find is water culture works fine for these guys. I've obviously had them in water culture for quite some time, a bunch of them. But if for some reason you're either not around, you're on vacation, whatever, and you forget to water them or you're not able to water them, and the water culture dries out completely, it's really hard for them to bounce back. When they're in a substrate like the lava rock, even when it dries out completely, there's still hints of moisture in there that keep it alive longer than it would if it was just water culture with no substrate and it dries up completely. So I've realized that for my schedule lately, lava rock and leca, but I tend to, me and lava rock, semi-hydro is the best solution because of that fear of if it dries out, it's a goner. Because not in lava rock. It'll wilt, it'll faint and say, "Feed me, please, I'm thirsty," and then you give it some water, some nutrients, and it bounce back within just a couple hours, I'd say. But yeah, if you have any questions about transferring your water propagations into semi-hydro, whether it's leca, lava rock, perlite, anything of the sort, just reach out. I love talking about it. I can also help you guys if you're transferring to soil. I've done that. I don't enjoy soil, so I tend not to have any here. But it's it can be a little trickier because sometimes soil can be very compact. You have to make sure you're very airy. Lots of perlite in your soil when you're transferring from water culture. This way it won't be in shock of not enough moisture. And if it is too much moisture, it won't be in shock of drowning and getting root rot. Anyway, that's all there is to it. So anything at all, give a holler, share, subscribe, give a thumbs up, hit the bell, all of that stuff that we always say. And I will see you in the next video.